Welcome back to the Tabletop Nights. My name is Victor. Today we're playing the Journeys in Middle-earth Spreading War expansion. Now we're actually doing the Poison Promise, which is additional money on top of the expansion. So it's not the main story that comes with the Spreading War expansion, but I thought I'd play that one just because I don't think as many people will play it. So I don't know what it's about. I've never played it. I don't know if we start with a journey map, battle map, etc. But make sure you subscribe because we're going to be playing through the whole story if it goes well. Let's get straight into it, shall we? So, Poison Promise. Let's go. So, we're going to be doing normal difficulty, obviously. Game can still be quite difficult on normal difficulty. Let's go to this one here, third slot. So, we have two heroes. Boromir we are choosing, and we are also choosing Freyhild. They're the people I did the practice test with on the main Spreading War expansion story. So I'm going to keep playing with those. Alright, this is the Poison one. Poison.
You ask too much. I can't deliver that many weapons so soon. The Watch will surely notice. You made a deal with me, and now you are worried about the Riders on watch? If you break our agreement, the Riders will not save you. Please, I just need more time. A week at least. No. You will get what I asked for, and you will deliver it when I say. Find a way, or I promise you will regret it. Yes, of course. I won't break our agreement.
Alright, so I actually don't know what's going on. Meeting at the Crossroads, Chapter 1. Every traveller in Rohan has likely spent a night or refreshed their water skin at the Entwash Inn. It is a place for rumours and official news to spread, and one of the few places on the plains you may meet a dwarf or elf on their way through Rohan. The next adventure will be a battle map. Alright. Battle map. My least favourite of the two. But we've got them here put aside. I prefer the journey maps. I think they're a bit more fun. But let's go. We can get it out of the way. That way we can go into a journey map. Alright, so Boromir is a soldier, I believe. And Freyhild, I've forgotten what she is. She might be... Oh, these cards are all mixed. Hold on. Freyhild is a shield maiden. Okay. Shield maiden. Embark. Let's do it. The Entwash Inn is a welcome respite for weary wanderers. Its sturdy walls ward off the chill of night. Robust mills and heady ales fortify its patrons. And Lorcan's his hospitality is known across the region. Standing at a busy crossroad, this inn is a beacon in the darkness that stretches over the plains of Rohan. Place the battle map as indicated. Alright, so we've got one here. Rustic homey furnishings and gentle light fill the Entwash Inn's common room. The place is busy, though not crowded. Open chairs and amicable patrons encourage you to spread out and mingle. Several dwarves relax near the crackling heath fire, eager to share news, boasts, and tall tales with their followers. Alright, a fence and a wall. Fence. There. Wall there. I like where we're going with this. Alright. We've got fire pit. That's a barrel. Oh wait, no, they're not barrels. This one here is barrels. We have a chest here. Alright, we have 3 more tables. Table. Table. A fountain. I want that chest already. Must make that chest ours. And, ooh, where's another table? There we go. Looking pretty good. Gentle music, Lively chatter and the smell of fresh and hearty fare draw you in from the growing twilight. Armed as you are, your arrival draws a moment's notice, but after a few friendly nods, the atmosphere settles back into the pleasant murmur of conversation. After your journey, this is a welcome opportunity to relax with fellow travellers. Place the heroes as indicated. So we're in this one here. Happy days. Each hero scouts 2. Then each hero who prepares a skill gains 1 inspiration. So let's definitely prepare a skill because we want to get that inspiration right off the bat. So Frey Hill, oh, that's not how you do it. You shuffle, then you draw 2. All right. Let's do this one here. So when you test, if you do not reveal any leaves or successes, you may discard this skill to convert all leaves to successes. Boromir is already pre-shuffled, I know that. So we're going to prepare this one because it's a rest card and put this one on top. Perfect. All right. And they both gain an inspiration. So there could be no battles in this first one, which will be pretty disappointing. But let's go. All right. The owner of the Entwashers Inn portions out food and drink from behind the bar. Place a person token as indicated. This is the innkeeper, Lorien. Let's make him like an elf-ish looking one. Leaning against a high table facing the door, a woman in a long cloak is tallying figures. Her hood is pulled low over her brow, casting her features into deep shadow. This is Eadris. So put the hooded one there. The inn is more prosperous than many, boasting a set of shelves of leather-bound books for everyone to peruse. Place that there. All travellers in Rohan end up at the Entwash Inn sooner or later. It is the best place to listen to rumours and confirm if news you have heard before is true. Gather recent news. Well, I want that chest. I'm definitely going to go Boromir first, I think. I go 1, 2, and I'm going to talk to the barkeep. It's hard to get the... There we go. No, that's the table. There we go. All right. Lorien is happy to serve the patrons of his inn. All right. Let's speak with Lorien. Lorien flashes a quick smile, eyes crinkling with long practice. Everyone who comes through here wants to chat. I bet I have more information than all the archives in Gondor. But there are always patrons to serve, so I don't get a lot of time to just sit and gab. What stories do you have for me? Okay, so I get to test spirit. If you have a traveler's skill prepared, reveal 1 additional card. I do not have a traveler's skill. Alright, so let's do spirit, which is 1 success. Okay, so we're at 1 success at the moment, so let's make it 2 successes with my inspiration token. Alright. Just as you start your story, another patron yells for Lorien. He waves an apology to you before rushing away. Alright, so that didn't go very well. Let's, with, what's her name? Freyhild, go here, and we'll do this eye. Alright, let's search the books, shall we? This is a varied collection with some history, some travel goers, some recipe books, and even children's fairy tales. So I get to scout too. That's all I get to do. So that lets me ready another ability perhaps as well. So if I test wisdom, so I will have that. That's not too bad prepared. Alright, cool. Too easy. Let's end. So we didn't get much done there, to be honest. Let's end the action phase. Threat increases by 4. Haven't gathered any news yet. One more ale, Idris calls over to the innkeeper. With her hood so low, you can't quite tell if she's smiling. But Lorien... Sorry, it's not Lorien, it's Lorcan chuckles and pulls another pint from the barrels under the bar. A few other patrons of the inn seem to take this as a signal and raise their fingers for another drink as well. Lorcan is busy serving everyone. You could join the others for a drink, or you could take this chance to investigate behind the bar. Let's investigate behind the bar. Alright, you are quick and quiet, ducking behind the bar for a moment while Lorcan's back is turned. There is a folded cloth tucked away between two barrels that may be significant. Choose one hero to test agility. So they're both pretty poor on agility. Add one success if you have a shadow skill prepared. So we need to get 2 successes. So I'm going to use Freyhild because she has an inspiration and I already know she has a success. So we'll see how we go. So testing 2. Yep. So we'll burn that to make it a pass. Alright, you swipe the cloth and get away from the bar before Lorcan returns for more drinks, but it turns out just to be a rag from mopping up spills. You look around for a place to discard the cloth and catch Idris' eyes. She may have been watching you all along. Oh, each hero gains 1 inspiration and suffers a face-down fear. So not a good start. Oh, I've already got fear here apparently, so we'll discard those. I'll just put them on top. Alright. So, each hero resets their deck, then scouts too. So, the hooded figure caught me doing that. I still haven't technically searched the chest though. The search didn't... me sneaking behind the bar didn't count as searching the chest. So I'm going to do that, I think. Alright, scout. So fear at the bottom and Fateless at the top. Fateless I will prepare. When you test, you may discard this to convert all leaves to successes. So that's good. That's a really good one actually. Alright. When you test wisdom, so let's prepare that one as well, and we'll put that one at the bottom. Cool. So we've got lots of prepared cards. We're already at the maximum of Freyhild. Alright, scouts 2. I'm going to really need to get some stuff happening. So Freyhild's going to go first. Actually, Boromir's going to go first. Let's speak to the person that caught me. Let's do it. Speak with Idris. Swapping tales over drinks is for the very young or the very old. The rest of us have work to be seeing to, but I imagine you could make it worth my time. Idris sets a small deck of playing cards on the table between the two of you. You are unsure what game she means to play, but the information you seek is probably worth a lost wager. So we are testing wit. So not too bad. So let's do it. Wit is 3. 1, 2, and 3. So I'll make this 2 successes. But I really want to make sure. So when a nearby hero tests, you may discard this skill to convert all the leaves to successes. So we'll do that. So that makes it 4 successes. I think that might be enough. Finally, you win a round. Idris regards you in silence for a long moment, then smiles genially. I've been on the road more often than not, so I see the world a little differently than people with roots sunk in one place. There are quite a lot of weapons leaving Rohan these days, most of them ending in the hands of Dunlending warriors with an ancient hatred for Rohirrim. Man, the words are hard, okay? Words are difficult. The merchants organising those shipments whisper about a Lord Angon, and they seem quite nervous about this mysterious benefactor. I couldn't really tell you why, mind, but I think it is remarkable how much good steel the riders have let slip through their borders. Alright, so you've covered some of the most recent news circulating in the Entwash Inn. There's surely more though. So that's one with him. Let's speak to... Actually, to speak to... So I actually should have been in this hex to speak to the barkeep before, but I was really role-playing. Technically, I should have been here, but I was really role-playing the character speaking behind the bar. So I think I might keep doing that. I know it's against the rules of the game, technically, but I think I'm going to keep behind the bar because that makes sense with the way of the world, right? So let's speak again. Yeah, so it'll be the same thing. So we're going to test it again, I think. Test the spirit again. So fail, and success. So that's one success. Sometimes they build up, so because we had 2 successes last time, adding an extra one could really change. Yeah, oh, nothing. Oh, there we go. Lately, everyone who comes through here has their heads down. There's whispers of weapon smuggling and trouble around the border with Dunland. Now, everyone knows that the Dunlandings have warred with Rohan in the past, but they may be growing stronger than the riders now, who can't even keep the roads safe anymore. Alright, if you want more news though, you may want to check out my collection of books. When someone interesting comes through, I like to trade some coin for any letters or journals they are willing to part with. The organisation could be better, but plenty of value can be found on those shelves. Alright, so I'm going to search the shelves with Freyhild, and to punish myself, because again I'm playing solo, for breaking this rule here, I'm only going to have one turn with Freyhild, right? So she's going to search the books. Alright, studying the bookshelf more seriously, you find the most recent editions. One is a collection of poems, and the other is an account of travel all the way from Grey Havens. The traveller who wrote the account was fascinated by the Dunlendings, who dwell in the wilds of Dunland. The traveller spent a while among them, learning the ways of the hill folk and sympathising with their struggles. You note that the Dunlendings speak often of war with Rohan, their ancient grudge renewed by dwindling resources of their own. Cool, so we've gathered all the news. You have learned all you can from your fellow patrons and are beginning to see the steps that lie before you. An odd tension fills the air. However, like the smell of wind before a lightning strike, something terrible may be about to happen. But for now, you may have some time to enjoy the Entwash Inn. Alright, so we're going to end the phase. The threat increases by 4. Alright, so we're going to do some scouting again. So no battling yet. None of the fun stuff. Alright, 2 successes. We definitely want both of those on the top. Shuffling for Boromir. We have... Spirit and Strength. So let's get that to make sure that if we attack, we get a guaranteed hit. Alright. I guess, well, since I'm still going, apparently, Boromir's going to go have a look in the chest. Okay. Oh, okay. I can search through it, so that's nice. The chest is filled with items left behind and missed by no one, though many of them are still in good condition. No one would judge you for taking something if you wanted it. Okay, we gained a handkerchief. Alright, so, where are all the items? They are in one of these boxes. Let's find the handkerchief. Alright, handkerchief. So Boromir has to get this because there are technically no nearby heroes. Okay. Let's move this box. Alright. After you interact with a person token, you may deplete this item and gain 1 inspiration and perform 1 additional action. That's fantastic. So that's 2 actions with him, but I do get another movement, so I will move. Actually, no, I'll stay there. I'll stay there. Alright, there's no point looking in the... I can look in the fire. The fire's sparkling. Speak. The dwarves have had too much to drink to tell you much news, but they do invite you to sing with them. Gained 1 inspiration. Then each hero gains 1 additional inspiration for each song card they have prepared. Doesn't look like I have any song cards. So that's fine. It's 1 inspiration. That's a win. Alright, what's going to happen now? All at once, the oak door of the Antwash is kicked inward and orcs storm into the room. Some patrons flee through the back door, but you are unsure if there are more enemies waiting outside. One man wearing many rings falls to his knees, weeping. How did you find me? Please, tell Lord Angon I tried. I tried. Alright, excellent. We're getting to the battle. So, place 2. Goblin Scouts on the indicated space. This is cool. It's like a bar fight now. Zing. Like D&D. Starting in a bar. 1 Goblin Scout on the indicated space. So, Goblin Scout with the lightning bolt. 1 Goblin Scout on the indicated space. Another Goblin Scout with the green pea. Ugh. With the merchant cowering before the orcs and the rest of the inn in panic, you will not be able to gather any more news. That's okay, I found it all anyway. 1 burly warrior even smashes the bookshelves, but this orc attack proves that the rumours about Lord Angong are not just false whispers. Discard the search token. Place the following terrain. 1 rubble. That's rubble, yep. Beautiful. In the commotion, you notice Idris has drawn her sword and is standing with her back to the wall, unfazed by the sudden attack. Did she know these orcs were coming, or was she just prepared for trouble? You don't see Lorcan, the innkeeper. Perhaps he escaped with the other patrons, so he is gone. As you hesitate, an orc wrapped in a tattered cloak like a mockery of a grand cape steps up to the kneeling merchant. Without a word, the orc runs the merchant through with a long spear, silencing his begging for good. If you don't do something, these foes will surely destroy everything in their path. Defend the inn. Alright, adventure rule added. At the end of the rally phase, each hero in a space with an enemy gains 1 inspiration, so that's really good. During this campaign, some adventurers will add new rules for the heroes to follow. These rules will be displayed below the threat bar. Okay, so that's fine. At the end of the rally phase, each hero in a space with an enemy gains 1 inspiration, so that's really good. Alright, let's scout, even though I just scouted and did nothing with those cards. So that's good, because Boromir also gains an inspiration at the start of his turn if he's in a space with an enemy. Cool. So, excellent. Cool, let's do that. Ready that card and put that one... Actually, we'll put that one at the top. It's a hit with my inspiration. And Boromir will have a quick shuffle. And, okay, so he can't prepare any more cards because he's already got the maximum, but there we go. Alright, there's actually not that many enemies. What does this rubble do, though? While in this space with rubble, you may use the rubble as an equipped item. Okay. Cool, Boromir's going to go first, I think, and he's going to go straight into there. What happens if I talk with Faerun? Nothing. Oh. So he's going to attack the orc that's closer to him. So he does a test of strength, which is a test of 4. Need quite a few hits here. Alright. So that is 1 success. That's not enough. But I can use this card to make it 2 successes. So that's fine. So that'll do 5 hits, which is enough. And I think he will gain the inspiration. Perfect. Cool, that's his turn. Now Freyhild will go 1 and also attack. This guy's dead. So, it's a good start. Perfect. Alright, so now we're testing... she tests Spirit, which is 3. Okay, so we have... We'll use 2 successes, which is 4 hits, and Pierce. Alright. So Pierce and 4 hits. So he's dead as well. It's a pretty good start, I'd say. And she'll get her inspiration back, I think. And then we'll end the turn. Alright, so these guys can move 2 to attack Boromir. Yes, they can. 1, 2. And they will attack. Alright, your attack is bone armor. Alright, so strength negates. Might, sorry, negates. So we're doing 4 again, once again. And we have 3 successes. So it's a perfect defense. Alright. The chaotic swirl of combat fills the close confines of the inn, just as the cries of wounded patrons and wild attackers filled your ears. The clatter of battle, the dizzying flash of steel, and the stench of blood burning on the once welcoming hearth threatens to overwhelm you. Each hero nearby to an enemy tests might. Each hero who fails is terrified. Okay, so we have might here. 1, 2, 3. So we have no successes, but I definitely do not want to become terrified. So when you test, you may discard the skill to convert all leaves to successes. No. I'll use this one. If you test, if you do not reveal any successes, you may discard the skill to convert all the leaves to successes. So that's technically 4 successes. Then Boromir is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then he has to reshuffle his deck because he doesn't have 4 cards. Alright, and 4 cards. So technically we have no successes there. But when a nearby hero tests, you may spend inspiration to convert leaves to successes. So we'll spend... but what does Boromir have? Okay, so Freyhild will have to lose both of her inspiration to turn 2 leaves of those to successes. So neither of them become terrified, which is good. Alright, more Goblin Scouts. So Goblin Scout will come in here. And another Goblin Scout will come into here once again. So we're getting surrounded. One Goblin Scout will come in at the top. And a Goblin Scout. I don't have any more Goblin Scouts here. I'll have to use the Ruffian just because actually... hold on, I should have another Goblin Scout. I'm not using a Ruffian. That would break the authentic feel. There we go. We've got another Goblin Scout. Where is it? It's here with the green. I don't think I've ever had this many flags out before. Alright, so rally phase. So at the end of the rally phase, each hero in a space with an enemy gains an inspiration. So they both gain an inspiration. Then let's reset their decks. So definitely going to want to be doing some big damage here. Alright, so we have the success on top. So during this turn, you may discard the skill to discard 1 fear. So I'll grab that. That's really good. And put the success at top. And then Boromir will be able to also do the same. They've both got one more spot to ready a card. Yes, let's put the might there because I want to be able to do massive damage. Alright, so at the start of Boromir's turn, if you're in a space with an enemy, you or a nearby hero gains 1 inspiration. He'll give it to Freyhild as a payback, I think. But Boromir's going to go straight for the attack on these two guys here. So he needs to do big damage, but he is testing his might, which is 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's 1 success. And then I can... When you attack, if you convert 1 or more leaf to successes, add 1 success to the test. So I will actually use that. So when you attack, if you convert 1 leaf to a success, add 1 more success to the test. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes technically, which is 7 hits. Yes. Remove 1 Goblin Scout. Enemy can attack. Spirit negates. So he has a spirit of 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 1 success, which is enough. If you suffer no damage or fear from the attack, gain 1 inspiration. So that's perfect. And then he's going to attack them again. Finish them off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect amount of cards. It's 2 successes. So that will be another 5 hits. So they're gone. So that's pretty good. You're a nearby hero. So since Freyhild's about to go, I'll get her to gain the inspo. So she's going to attack this guy here. And she's going to use her might to attack. So again, she's only got 3 hits, so... Oh, that's 2 successes. That's really good. And that's a fear, so I can't convert that, but that's still 4 hits with Pierce, which is enough. There we go. Another Goblin Scout. Gain 1 inspiration. What's her maximum inspiration is 4. And his is 4 as well. So I'll give it to him just because we don't want her to fill up. And then she's going to move into here, I think. And we're going to end the turn. Alright, the guy with the P, he'll attack the closest, which is Freyhild. Alright, strength negates. So it's only 1, which is good. So strength of 3. We have no successes, but I'll change that to a success because I don't want to take any damage. This guy will go for Freyhild or closest, which is technically Boromir, since there's a wall here. Strength negate, so I've got to reset Boromir's deck. 2, 3, 4. There's no way this fails. Alright, lucky. If you suffer damage, discard 1 prepared card. We do not suffer any damage. And then the last guy will go towards Freyhild again, or closest target, which again is once again is Boromir. It's probably lucky I moved Freyhild out. Agility negates, so that's bad. But we'll see how we go. So I could take the 2 damage, I could discard them, or I could guard 2. Discard to prevent 2 damage or fear for a hero in your space. So I will discard that card instead. I think that makes the most sense for me. Alright. Threat deepens by 4. What happens now? Place 3 ruffians in the indicated space. So ruffians are definitely more of a intense foe. Place 1 Uruk warrior in the indicated space. I do not have any of those ready. Is that an expansion character? I think it is. Not in there. Ah, here we go. He's there with his electric boot. There we go. Boromir's completely surrounded now. As you struggle to protect the inn and the remaining patrons, you hear a deep bugle sound outside. The orcs in the common room break away from their attack, shuffling back towards the door to make way for their leader. A tall man, human and stone-faced, swaggers into the room. All those who oppose Lord Angong will be shown the error of their ways, no matter where they try to hide. One soldier is indicated. There, and he has a... this is getting intense. Oh, I missed the writing. I think someone said gain inspiration, but because I missed it, we're going to punish myself and miss it, alright? Your attention is caught by a hiss from the back corner. This guy is trouble. Hurry, we can escape this way. Idris is waving you over, her low hood hiding her expression. Trust me. Okay. I don't really see me defeating all these enemies. She offers me a route to safety, but the fearful cries of the other patrons call you back. You don't want to abandon these people. You are no good to them if you fall here. Players collectively choose. Defeat the raid leader, or escape. Let's defeat the raid leader. I don't want to leave these patrons alone. Alright, each hero resets their deck. So again, so the special rules aren't there anymore, but Boromir will gain an inspiration when it's his turn. I don't know, I've forgotten which one is the scout leader. I think it might be the soldier. Defeat the raid leader. Right, Boromir. Alright, cool. And we will put this on top, I think. And Freyhild. She has a shield, so she can defend a bit better. Alright. Freyhild can guard as well, which is really good. And we'll put that at the bottom. Alright, cool. Let's go. Let's go for it. I think this might be the scout leader. Let's have a look. That's the soldier. Uruk warrior. I have a feeling the soldier is the scout leader. 12 health and 2 shield. So we're going to have to really go for it here. Alright, so... Freyhild's going to go first. Freyhild's going to... use this card. During your turn, you may discard this skill to discard 1 fear. So the fear is now discarded. She's going to take quite a few hits, I think. So she's going to go 1. And so she's going to... essentially... select to provoke this enemy, right? Sorry, I've lost my English there. So she's provoking this enemy. Alright, so agility negates, so that's bad. Alright, so 2 agility. So that's 2 successes, let's just say. But when you test and negate damage or fear, you may spend 1 inspiration to convert 2 shields to 2 successes. So we'll use that instead. Then once per round, when you would suffer an amount of damage, you may prevent 1 damage. So we'll use the shield as well, obviously. So I gain a boon. We're going to gain hidden, I think. That's probably the best one. Yeah, cool. Now I'm going to... I didn't think this through. I did not think this through. Alright, that's alright. I'm going to attack... this guy here, I think. Did not think this through. So she uses 3 spirit to attack. So she's hidden, by the way. So that's 2 successes. So that's enough. So that's 4 on Pierce. So he's dead. Your nearby hero gained 1 inspiration. So we'll give it to her because she's running a little low. Alright, now Boromir's going to make a run for it, actually. So he's going to provoke 2 enemies. So first we'll do the boot enemy. Alright, so he's testing his wisdom, which is quite low to negate. Cool. So that's 1 success, 2 successes. Plus when you test wisdom, you may discard the skill to add 1 success. So that's 3 successes. And then when you test and negate damage, add 1 success. So that's 4 successes because of my plate armor. So no damage. But he also does provoke this enemy here. Agility negates. Alright, so let's now what can I do? So agility negates. When you test to negate damage, add 1 success. So we'll negate the fear and the damage, and then we will use this inspiration to turn that into a success. So again, no damage, and we get to gain a boon. So I'll give him Determined, I think. Excellent. So Boromir now is free. We'll go 1, 2, and he will attack the soldier. Okay. Excellent. When you attack, discard this to add 2 hits. Alright, so he's going to test his might. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want big damage here. So it's 2 successes. So we want 3 hits here. So we'll discard one of these to make that 3 hits. To make that 3 successes, which is 5, 6, 7. Plus, during your turn, if there is a nearby... plus I can add strike 2. When you attack, discard this to add 2 hits. So we're doing 9 hits. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let me know in the comments. Because again, this is going to be a long playthrough. We're going to be doing the whole story. The enemy can attack. Fighting a combatant with a polearm forces you to choose between stepping in close to entangle their reach or staying at a distance to better react to their movements. Okay, we are testing wit. Before this attack, each hero in a space with a soldier enemy suffers 1 damage. Okay. Enemy group. With a soldier. So there are no other soldiers. This is the only soldier. Okay. Enemy group. So Boromir will suffer 1 damage. So that's fine. Discard 2 prepared cards or suffer 2 face down damage. So we'll suffer... Discard this card. So we'll suffer 2 face down damage, unfortunately, because I've only got 1 prepared card to get rid of. Alright, so wit. Here we use wit to negate. So we have no successes. So I don't want to take 3 damage. So I will use my plate armor. Obviously, when you test to negate damage, add 1 success. And then we will use this to make that 2 successes. So we'll take another damage. Let's flip this. Flip this card face down. So Boromir has taken a bit of damage. Alright, but he won't attack again, so that's fine. Alright, end action phase. So a lot of damage is going to happen here. Alright, P will attack Freyhild, because that's the closest. Agility negates, which is bad. 1, 2. So we'll use that to negate. So no hits. Then he will again. This guy will attack closest hero. After this attack, if you're in darkness, flip 2. So again, we're using spirit to negate. 1, 2, 3 spirit. We have 1 success, so that's good. The brute guy will attack her as well. Oh, actually, we have our hidden here. If you're attacked before you test, prevent all damage and discard this boon. When you attack, you may discard this boon. So we'll use that now. Probably should have used that the first time we'll attack, but that's fine. That's fine. Then we'll do the ruffian. So they're going to attack Boromir, unfortunately. So it's going to be a big hit on him. Oh, not as bad as I thought. So wit negates. So we have one card there, so that's a failure. And he will get another 2. So 2 successes. So that's fine. So he'll take 1 damage. So 1 damage. Put this card face down. Then after this attack, flip 2 damage face up. So we're going to have to shuffle these. Actually, sorry. When you test, I get to negate a damage. So I won't be taking that damage there. But I do have to shuffle these and put 2 face up. So we're choosing these 2. Discard all your inspiration, didn't discard this card. So we have no inspiration, but we still get to discard that card. So he actually lost a health. He actually lost, lost a damage. So that's good. Threat increases by 5. Place 3 soldiers on the indicated space. Again, don't have enough soldiers. I've got to end this quickly, otherwise I think we're going to die. There's a lot of enemies in this little spot. Place 2 Uruk warriors on the indicated space. They can't, I'll put them on top of the table. They can't fit anymore. They've jumped in and they're on the table. I probably should have escaped. They have this one here. This is getting intense. This isn't worth dying over. If you make it out alive, maybe we'll meet again. Idris uses a cleaver flourish to knock back 2 of the orc attackers, then ducks out the back door. Discard the person token. See ya. Thanks. Thanks for helping. Each hero resets their deck, then scouts 2. Boromir will obviously get another inspiration because he's got his horn. So I really do have to... I really do have to kill this enemy this turn. And it's going to be with Boromir. Freyhild's... Yep, so make that a success. That's fine. Freyhild's in a world of mess over here. Boromir. Alright. So we'll put 1 success at the top. I'll put that at the bottom, why not? Alright, Boromir's going to go first. Boromir's going to attack. This is going to be pretty hard. It's going to be quite difficult for Boromir to pull off, I think. But I'm feeling hopeful. Let me have a drink. Alright, Boromir's going to be attacking the soldier. So 4 might. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can do this. Oh, that's 3 successes! That's 3 successes. So that's 7 hits. I think that might be enough. Apply 7 hits. Let's see what happens. Remove the hero. And gain an inspiration. Alright. This could be it. Alright, the raid leader falls under your assault. The few remaining orcs, there's heaps here, fall to arguing at once, some in favour of leaving and some eager to assume command and destroy the inn entirely. You stand your ground, brace for the next attack, but another low horn calls from its outside in the night, and the enemies heed its demand for retreat. The Entwash Inn is quiet in the aftermath. You catch your breath and plan what to do next. The rumours of unrest in Rohan are clearly true, but the merchant killed in the orc attack cannot tell you who this Lord Angon is, or if he has anything to do with the weapons smuggling or the rebellious Dunblendings. You could try tracking Idris to see where she goes after tonight, or you could travel to Dunland to parley with the Dunlendings. I'm going to travel to Dunland. If I wanted anything to do with Idris, I would have backed out the back door. So we're going to go to Dunland, I think. You have chosen to travel to Dunland. Is this correct? Yes. You have withstood Lord Angon's opening assault and won a respite for the free people of Rohan. Still, you know that his shadow will only grow unless you can root out the growing conspiracy that supports him. A long road lies before you, but you breathe easy with the knowledge that you have turned aside your enemy's first strike. Each hero receives 4 experience. So that's a really good start. Alright, next mission, parley with the Dunlendings. So thank you very much for watching. Again, make sure you subscribe because you want to make sure you know when the next episode goes up. Could be doing this weekly, fortnightly, who knows, it just depends on how much time I have and how well the video is received. So again, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, see ya.